You just spent the last 3 months rolling out a new data system for your whole organization. You did everything right. You got buy-in from the beginning. You did the training for the staff. But now your team is still using the Google Doc from 2019 and all of your reporting is all over the place. Sound familiar? I need to tell you something important. This is actually not a staff laziness problem. I'm working with a client right now, a social justice training organization, and they're dealing with exactly this. Their finance team, their comms people, their data and operation folks, totally fine living in the CRM, but their program people and their trainers, absolutely not. And leadership is frustrated, understandably so, wanting the whole team to be operating on the same CRM, on the same system, but it's not quite that simple. So here's what I told them. The people doing your training, your organizing work, your relational work, they're not broken because they don't like using the CRM. Their brains are actually built for complexity, for narrative, and for human connection. And you handed them a tool that was designed to track sales leads. Of course, it doesn't work. Spreadsheets and CRMs weren't built to capture what it feels like when the energy shifts in a room when a group of people know that change is possible. That's not a data entry problem. That's a design problem. And here's where it gets political because you know everything is political. There is a concept in white supremacy culture, a worship of the written word, that if information isn't written and documented in a specific format, then it just didn't happen. That numerical data is more real than the actual story, and your trainers feel that every single time they open a spreadsheet that was designed to capture numbers instead of an actual story. And that friction is not an accident. The system is working exactly the way that it was designed, just not for us. Now, does that mean you just throw out all reporting systems and just vibe? No. It is important that you have systems where you can document your actual impact, especially if you want to get more funding, especially if you want to build credibility with the funders. You've got to do what you said you were going to do. The move is to reclaim, and I use that word with intentionality. You want to reclaim the reporting process in a way that actually serves your people and captures the impact of the work that you're doing. And that means designing the system around the staff and not the other way around. It means asking things like, what does meaningful impact look like here before you actually pick the tool you're going to use? And it means building in flexibility, a space in your CRM where you can actually have narrative fields, not just number fields. And you can set it up so that your training team has a completely different view from your data team, even though the information lives in the same CRM. One system built right can flex for everybody in your whole organization. But built right actually means having conversations with folks in your organization about what the system is designed to capture. This is exactly the kind of systems level work that I do with executive directors inside of my coaching container. Not just the here's a better tool and leave you with that, but we actually delve deep and excavate the cultural assumptions about the tools that we're currently using or not using and design a system that actually works for your current team. And that's what Reclaim is about. Structural power starts in your own house. If you're watching this and thinking, okay, but how do I actually have a conversation about all this with my team? That's where I can help you. I work with Black women and women from historically marginalized identities who are executive directors of social justice organizations who are really tired from holding together their organizations with duct tape and charisma, and who are ready to delve deep into their operational culture and systems and learn how to lead from a place of sustainability. The link is in the description to book a discovery call with me. I'd love to hear about you and more about your particular organization's challenges and vision what's on the other side of that. I'm Nikki MG, and this is Superhuman Leadership and People Power, and I'll see you next time.